Hey there, welcome to our explainer for Unit 3, Lesson 3. Today we're talking all about microbes. We're going to dive into a secret, hidden world, a world that's on you, inside you, and all around you, right at this very moment. Ready to take a look? Let's get started.
So let me ask you something. Are we ever really alone? I mean, think about it for a second. The answer might surprise you. It's no. There's this whole invisible world of tiny little living things literally everywhere, on your desk, floating in the air, even on your hands right now. So let's go meet them.
Okay, so take a look at this picture from your book. This right here is our first peek. This is a microbe, or as you'd say in Arabic, a ga'in dakik. So what is it? Well, it's a living thing, but it's so small that you can't see it without something special, like a microscope. And get this, they're absolutely everywhere on our planet.
All right, so what's the official definition? Well, as you can see, microbes are microscopic living organisms. That word microscopic, it just means they're incredibly tiny. You can't see them with just your eyes, what we call the naked eye. You need a microscope to even get a glimpse into their hidden world. Now, you're probably wondering, right? Are these tiny microbes good guys or bad guys? Are they friends or enemies? Well, the interesting thing is, they can be both. We basically sort them into two big groups, the good, helpful ones, and the not-so-good, harmful ones. Let's dig in.
This chart from your textbook is actually a perfect guide for us. Now, don't worry about all the smaller words on there for now. Just look at the two main groups right at the top, beneficial microbes and harmful microbes. That's our focus for today. Simple, right? It's pretty easy to understand when you break it down. Think of it like this. Beneficial microbes, that's Nafi, are the good guys. They're helpful, they do good stuff for us and for the planet. Then you have the harmful microbes, Dar. These are the ones we need to watch out for because they're the ones that can make us sick.
First things first, let's talk about the good guys, the beneficial microbes. And I think you're going to be pretty surprised at just how much we actually need these little helpers in our daily lives. Check this out. This is a great first example. In the picture, do you see those little bumps on the plant's roots? Those are called root nodules, and they are packed with special bacteria. You can think of these bacteria as best friends for plants, especially for things like beans and peas. They help the plants get the food they need to grow big and strong. So let's quickly recap the two main jobs these helpful soil bacteria have. First, you've got the root nodule bacteria. They give nitrogen to plants, which is kind of like a superfood for them. Then you've got decomposition bacteria. These guys are like nature's recycling team. They break down dead stuff and turn it back into healthy soil, making it fertile, or chasib, so new plants can grow. Okay, here's a fun one. Did you know you actually eat helpful microbes? Yep, they're what help make yogurt. It's a pretty cool process. A special microbe called lactic acid bacteria gets added to milk. It basically munches on the sugar in the milk, and that's what turns it into the thick, yummy yogurt we all know. And hey, it's not just bacteria that are the helpful ones. Let's talk about another kind of microbe, fungus, or phyther. And there's one particular fungus that is a total superstar. I mean, it's used to make amazing cheese and some of the most important medicines we have. How incredible is that? So let's break that down. This is the amazing penicillium fungus we're talking about. One kind helps make that special Roquefort cheese, giving it its unique flavor. But then, another kind makes penicillin. That's an antibiotic, a mudald hayawi, which is a super powerful medicine that helps us fight off bad bacteria when we're sick. Just think about that. The same family of fungus gives us delicious food and medicine that can save lives. That's just wild. All right, so we've met the good guys. Now it's time to switch gears and talk about the harmful microbes. And look, learning about how they work is really the best way to know how to keep ourselves safe from them. Okay, let's look at a couple of examples of these harmful microbes. Here on the left, you see Entamoeba histolytica, and on the right, Salmonella typhi. Now, both of these are bad news. They can get into our bodies if we eat or drink something that's contaminated, and trust me, they can make you really, really sick. This chart does a great job of comparing the two. So what's the same? Well, notice that they both spread the same way, through contaminated food or water. But here's what's different, and this is important. They're caused by totally different types of microbes. One's a protozoa, the other's a bacteria. That means they cause different symptoms, and you need completely different kinds of medicine to treat them. So the big question is, how do we stay safe? Well, the good news is it's not that complicated.
It really comes down to these 5 simple, healthy habits. Things you probably already know, like washing your hands, washing your fruits and veggies, and drinking clean water. These are your best weapons to protect yourself from getting sick.
All right, that was awesome. You've learned a ton so far. So now let's do a little practice to see what's stuck. Don't worry, you're going to do great. Ready?
Okay, here's our first question. Which of the following elements is necessary for the growth of plant cells and is not involved in the formation of carbohydrates? Think back to those special bacteria we talked about on the plant roots. What was that special thing they gave the plants? And the answer is D, nitrogen. Yes. Remember we said those root nodule bacteria give plants a nitrogen power-up? That's what helps them build proteins to grow. Awesome job. Okay, next up, which of the following living organisms are beneficial to humans? Okay, think about the good guys we talked about, the helpers.
And the correct answer is C, yeast and penicillium fungus. Perfect. Yeah, we know entamoeba and salmonella are the harmful ones, but penicillium? That's our amazing friend fungus that helps with cheese and medicine. You got it.
You did amazing on those questions. Seriously, great work. So before we wrap up, let's just do a quick review of the main things we learned today. Okay, so what did we learn? First, microbes are tiny living things that are literally all around us. Second, some are helpers, they're beneficial, making stuff like yogurt and medicine. Third, some are harmful and can make us sick. And finally, the most important part, we can protect ourselves with simple, healthy habits, like washing our hands. Easy. You did such a fantastic job today. That was a lot of new information, but now you totally get the basics of this invisible world of microbes. Keep being curious and keep asking questions, because learning is the best adventure there is. Great work!